Dear students, today we will see the session. So how we can make use data frame, pandas data structures. Another type is data frame. Earlier which we saw a series data structures, the way how we can make use, that is representation of one dimensional array. And now we will see so how we can make use a two dimensional array of data. Two dimensional array of data, how we can make use. The example is data frame. Example is data frame, which you can see. Now we'll start with what is the data frame. So different two-dimensional data frame. First we get into the what is the data frame, which is nothing but pandas data structure. A data frame is another type of pandas data structures which stores data in two-dimensional way. Which stores data in two-dimensional way, 2D array. Okay, so and it is actually a two-dimensional tabular form. You can say tabular form like Excel sheet which you have seen in MS Excel. So data is represented in the form of tables, rows and columns. Same way, which is also called as a spreadsheet. Excel, which is also called as spreadsheet. Labeled array. Okay, so two-dimensional labeled array which we call it as a data frame, which is example for pandas data structures, which is actually an ordered collection of columns, which is actually ordered collection of columns where columns may store different types of data, which is an ordered collection of columns where columns may store different types of data like strings, integers, float values, okay, labels, different kinds of data we stores, names or strings or floating point or boolean type data, whatever it is, different kinds of data we stores. Okay, and since data frame data structure is a two-dimensional array, so first thing which we want to know, what is two-dimensional array? What is two-dimensional array? Now we'll start with here data frame. Okay, a data frame. So data frame is nothing but it is a two-dimensional labeled array, labeled array like pandas data structures, data structures, a structure that stores an ordered collection of an ordered collection of columns, ordered collection of columns that can store data of different types. The different types is nothing but numeric data, float data. So numeric again different kinds like integer, float, boolean values. Okay. Then another type of data is like strings, lists, tuples, dictionaries, sets, like all the kinds of data which it can hold. Okay. So that is what which we call it as data frame. So and which is an example for two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array. Okay. So what is two-dimensional array which we want to know? So two-dimensional array is an array in which each element itself an array. When in a two-dimensional array itself, each element which we call it as itself, it is an array. Okay. For instance, you can take it as one simple example. Okay. So simple example which I can see already, which was told you that two-dimensional array, once you said data frame is example of two-dimensional array. Data is stored in the form of rows and columns. Rows and columns, which is simply like which you can understand like MS Excel, which is also called as a spreadsheet. That's why data is stored in the tabular form, labeled arrays, which we call it as. Okay. So now array, which you can say an array A of m and n. Okay, so two dimensions which you can say is an m by n table with m rows and n columns, m rows and n columns containing m into n elements, m into n elements. So an array A of array name which you can consider as A of m and n is an m by n table with m rows and n columns containing m into n elements, which means you can multiply m and n, that becomes total number of elements the array which holds. M is rows, okay, and n is columns. The number of elements in 2D array can be determined by multiplying m number of rows with n number of columns, so that you will get total number of elements within 2D array. So an example which you can take, example, okay, A of again 7 and 9, which you can say, so which equal to an array which contains total 7 into 9, 7 into 9, that equal to 63 elements total, which contains an array, 2D array. The example which we take, m rows and n columns, that becomes, if you multiply with that, then you will get the total number of elements the array which is holding an array. So another example which you can take it as A of, simple example, 2 rows and 3 columns. Now this becomes 2 into 3, that equal to total 6 elements. Another simple example, two dimensional array which you can call it as totally, which consists of 6 elements. Okay, so 6 elements which you can say. So how it going to store these 6 elements? You just take it as 0, 1, 2. Okay, like this side 0, 1. So now you can see clearly that, so this is first, this one represent rows and this one is columns, 0, 1 and 2, which means n minus 1 columns and m minus 1 rows. That is how it represents. You can see that clearly the way how it is going to hold the values. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3, 6, 4 comma 5 comma 6. You can see the data. This is how example which you can see. So two dimensional array example which it takes place. Example which it takes place. Now we'll see the characteristics of data frame. Okay, characteristics of data frame. Okay, that you will see now how we can make use characteristics of data frame. One is like, which you can say, it has two indexes, or we can say that two axes, which consist of two axes, simply, which you can say two axes, that is a row index which holds axis equal to 0, and a column index axis equal to 1, that is what one of the characteristic which I can see. So two axes which holds, that is a row index axis equal to 0, that is rows, which we call it as, and a column index axis equal to 1. Now the example which we have taken, array of 2 into 3, so 6 elements, how it is going to store. You can see column names here 0 1 2, and row names, row labels, we can see 0 and 1, and totally you can see the total number of rows 2 and total number of columns in this particular array 3. So 2 into 3, total 6 elements, which you can see the representation 2 axes. So axis equal to 0, that is how which takes place, and axis equal to 1, that becomes columns. Okay, one of the main topmost characteristic of data frame. Now we'll see another characteristic, so which is like a spreadsheet already, which we know that, and which is the tabular form which holds the data. The row index is known as index in general. The row index is known as index. Simply you can call it as row index is an index. Okay, general index which we call it as, and the column index is called column name, and column index is called the column name. Okay, so that is another important instruction. Row index is known as, the moment when you say which is a spreadsheet or tabular form, row index is known as general index, which we call it as, and column index is called the column names. And another characteristics which you can see, the indexes can be of numbers or letters or strings. Okay, the indexes can be numbers or letters or strings, etc. Okay, so that is how another characteristic which we call it as data frame. So which can consist of indexes, numbers you can represent, letters you can represent, strings also which you can represent. There is no condition of having all data of same type across columns. The columns which we define within the data frame, tabular form, in order to specify that all the columns should contain same type of data, it is not mandatory. So columns can have data of different types, like which we saw, like numeric, again integers it may contain, then it may contain float values, it may contain boolean values, it may contain complex values. So like that, which you can say different types of data which can hold. Okay, so different types of data can hold a data frame. Okay, another characteristic, you can easily change its values. Okay, so because value mutable, it is value mutable. We already learnt about, so when we learnt about data types concept, what is the difference between mutable and immutable? Okay, so it is value mutable. Yes, you can change the values of data frame at any point of time based on your requirement. Okay, and another important thing is you can add or delete rows or columns a data frame. In a data frame, you can add the columns as whenever you want it, you can add it, and if you want to delete it from the data frame columns, as you can delete it. So simplest way which you can say, it is size mutable. Okay, so these are the important characteristics of data frame which you can see. Other side which we learned, one dimensional array which we learned, it was value mutable and size immutable. Series object data structure is value mutable and size immutable, and series object which holds the data, homogeneous data. Okay, whereas data frame which holds the heterogeneous data. That's why different kinds of data which can hold data frame. Okay, so what are the characteristics of data frame which you can see? Two axes, a row index axis equal to 0 and a column index axis equal to 1. Row index is an index and column index is called the column name. Index, see why it is called row index is an index. That rows which we call it as to make use of the data which you want to access with the help of rows. Okay, that's why. So row index generally which is called as index, and column index which is called as column names, which you want to identify that particular column data, which type of data which is holding. Then indexes can be, it can be a numbers or it can be a letters or it can be a strings or any other kind of data which can hold. So different types of data can hold a data frame. So that's why it is not mandatory to hold the same kind of data. So another important thing is it is value mutable, as you can change the values at any point of time for your data frame, and which is also called as size mutable, which means you can change the size of your data frame, which means you can add or delete columns for your existing data frame. So now we just see the two-dimensional array representation, the diagram, the way how it represents spreadsheet. You can see clearly. Yes. You can see here pandas data structure. So how two-dimensional representation which takes place, two-dimensional array. You can see this particular column, row 1, row 2, row 3 and so on, row n. Okay. So column 1. So generally here which we took in our example, these rows which we call it as m rows. M rows, row 1, row 2 and so on, row m. Okay, that is what index which we represent, and other side column 1, column 2 and so on, column n, which we treated as n columns. N columns. Okay, so each column is represented like series object. Okay, one dimension. Okay, so that's why you can see each column which is represented like 1D array. Okay, and complete together which we call it as data frame. Complete together which we call it as data frame. So column names and row names, row which we call it as index and columns which we call it as column names, and each column which represents like one series object, 1D array. So together data frame which we call it as collection of all the rows and columns based on the size which you define, then you can call it as, that is, so two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array. The examples which you have taken, you can see. So one is A of 2 into 3, 2 rows and 3 columns, and A of 7, 9. So 7 rows and 9 columns. Total number of elements which you want to calculate for your data frame. So m rows is multiplied with n columns, then you will get the total number of elements which can hold. Total number of elements which can hold. Okay. So now we come to know what is data frame and what is the representation of data frame, which is two-dimensional tabular form, and how, what is 2D array. Yes, that is what which we learned, 2D array, how it takes place, and the structure of the 2D array, which you can see diagram clearly, the structure of 2D array, and then characteristics of data frame which we saw, all the features of data frame. Now we'll see how we can create data frame. Okay, so creating and displaying data frame, creating and displaying data frame. So how we can create a data frame? A data frame object can be created by passing data in two-dimensional format. Data always which you can pass it as two-dimensional format. And before starting with your application, you must include two modules, that is pandas module. One, import pandas as pd, that is alias name. Another one is import numpy as np. Okay, these are the two modules which you can make use every time which you create a data frame. Now what's the syntax here for to create a data frame, which you can see, data frame, okay, equal to pandas dot data frame, which is a constructor same like series constructor which we use, of a 2D data structure, a 2D data structure a 2D data structure, comma, columns equal to column sequence, column sequence. Same way, continuation, comma, another one is index, which you can see, index equal to index sequence, index sequence. So that is how which you can define a simple syntax of data frame creation. Simple syntax of data frame creation, which you can say. So data frame equal to pandas dot data frame is a constructor which accepts the multiple parameters. Okay. So same way which we need to define while using data frame creation. The way how we use series constructor as capital letter, and same way data frame D and F both letters should be in capital letters. Okay. Otherwise you will get an error. So for this constructor which we are passing multiple parameters, among those some of the parameters like a 2D data structure, that is actual data, and columns, that is what column names, which we call it as column sequence, columns equal to same way index sequence. Okay. So this index sequence by default which goes for numeric values, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay. And columns also optional, which you can see, this is the syntax which you can see the way how we can make use. Instead of pandas you can represent like PD, the alias name which we use for pandas module, which you can use PD dot data frame. Same way which you can see. Now we come to know the syntax of data frame, and you can see the how many ways which you can create data frames. What are the different ways which you can create the data frames? You can see one of the thing is like two-dimensional dictionaries, using dictionaries, two-dimensional dictionaries, which we call it as, yes, you can create a data frame. Two-dimensional dictionaries, one type which you can take it as data. So the dictionary is having, like here again, what kind of dictionary, which may be a list, okay, or dictionaries, or NDRAs, or series objects, or series objects. Okay. So that is how one way which you can represent, you can pass the data for data frame. Another one is like two-dimensional NDRAs. Simply you can call it as NDRAs or NumPy array. NumPy array. Another type of data which you can hold, series type object. Yes, that is what which we mentioned within the first statement itself. 2D dictionary. Dictionaries can take list of data can be holded. Dictionaries can be holded. NDRAs, NumPy array, and series object. Another type like data frame with data frame within. Yes, data frame also, which you can take it as within data frame as a data. So there is how different kinds of data which you can take to create data frame, to create pandas data frame 2D structure. Then we'll move on the way how we can make use this. Let's see, you will take it as example. Yes. The data frame object, okay, the data frame object is a multi-dimensional table like data structure, similar to a multi-dimensional array. So containing a labeled collection of columns, each of which can be different value type, that is numeric, string, boolean, etc. Simplest way which you can call it as a data frame object is a multi-dimensional table like data structure. Okay, that is what which we learned, which is like spreadsheet, Excel sheet, MS Excel. Similar to a multi-dimensional array, the arrays, different types of arrays which we learned, one dimensional, multi-dimensional, again 2D, 3D, 4D, and so on. Okay, so which is like containing a labeled collection of columns, each of which can be different value type, numeric, string, boolean, letters, etc. Okay, so example which you can take it as how you can make use on one example to show that. Suppose, okay, suppose that now your country data table includes additionally things like the full country name and the percentage of world population that each country population corresponds to. So one table which we want to create data frame, okay, so which includes the things like the full country name and the percentage of world population that each country population corresponds to. Thus, for each country you have a row of data. For each country you have a row of data instead of just a column entry as in a series object. So in a series object which we take it as column entry, instead of that here you can have row of data. Okay, and suppose also that your country data are still label indexed by the country 2-letter code, even though it is have country names, full name, along with that which you can say, so label indexed like 2-letter country code. The data frame object for this data representation would like the following. See how it can represent the data in an image. You can see clearly. Example, see, so the thing which we learned, example which you have taken, suppose that country data is including things like full country name. You can see the country label, the column country, column name, which contains the country names. Okay, that is what which represents A, the full country name, and the percentage of world population that each country population corresponds to. Okay, so population, which you can see world population and the percentage of that country. So country is having population and the percentage of that world, that particular country wise percentage, how much it can be throughout the world population. Okay, how much percentage this country is having among total world population. Okay, so same way, and also which you can see row labeled country code 2-letter indexes, row labeled in labeled indexes which we call it as, okay, IT Italy, ES Spain, GR Greece, FR France, FO Portugal. Okay, label index country code which you can see rows name, and column names which you can see country population percentage of the country among world population. This complete together which we call it as data frame object, data frame 2D array. So data different type in each column which you can see. So each column is holding different type of data. Country column is holding the string values, population column which is holding numeric, that is integer values, and percentage column which is holding the floating values, floating point values. Now we come to know the way how data frame which represents a tabular form, rows and columns, which is a combination of rows and columns. And at 2D, the data frame which we create, suppose the missed values which can be represented as non-value, not a number. If missing values can be represented always non-values, not a number. Okay. Now we come to know the example how data can be represented. Now let's see data for each country in rows, index labels, country code for each country. That is what explanation which you can see. Now how this particular, the syntax which we saw, the data frame which holds, okay, so the constructor which is having multiple parameters, those each parameter what does it contain. Okay, so pandas dot data frame is the how we can create this constructor with the help of data frame constructor which comes under pandas module in Python programming. A pandas data frame can be created using the following constructor. So that is pandas dot data frame, D and F capital letters, which should be capital letter always when you create a data frame, and the parameters data comma index comma columns comma data type comma copy. Okay, These parameters, what does it exactly represents? You can see one by one. So parameters of data frame, which you can see. So first one, so data parameter, and what does it contain? Description. Okay, parameter and description. So first parameter, that is data. You can see what do you mean by data. Data takes various forms like ND array. So okay, data can be n-dimensional array of values or series objects or map or a list or dictionaries or constants, and also another data frame. Data can be whatever we say 2D data, 2D dictionaries, so which can be ND array values, or it can be a series object values, it can be a list values, or it can be a dictionary values, and which can be data frame also. Okay, so that is what which we call it as data parameter, which holds information. And second parameter which we have specified like index. So what does this index represents? For the row labels, the index to be used for the resulting frame. Okay, for the row labels, the index to be used for the resulting frame is optional, which is optional. Okay, default np dot array range, the function which we know that the way how it works, this array range of numpy module. If no index is passed, which means not specified any index, then by default which takes numpy array range function, that is 0 1 2 3 4 numeric values which assigns label indexes. Okay, that is what index parameter which works data frame constructor. Then columns, for column labels the optional default, this column labels also, so which is optional. Okay, default syntax is again here you won't specify, then which will be treated as np dot array range of n. This is only true if no index is passed. When it is true, if no index is passed, then which can be true. Okay, np dot array range of n. Then d type, the data type of each column, what type of data which holds particular column, that is what d type, data type of each column. Then you can see another one is copy. This command or whatever it is used for copying of data if the default is false. If the default is false, then which we can call it as copying the data. So generally data frames, data can be passed with the help of files from external source also, which you can provide data for your data frame from different website. As you can make use another files format from database tables, which you can pass it as a data frame, or you can create the CSV files comma separate values, then that file which you can pass it as a data for your data frame constructor, for your data frame constructor. So how you can create an empty data frame? Okay, simple example which you can see how to create an empty data frame. A basic data frame which can be created is an empty data frame. Example, so import the pandas library and aliasing as PD, that is what. So pandas module which you can import, at the same time safe side you can import numpy module also, import numpy as np. Okay, then object name data frame name, the object for data frame equal to pd dot, because which we used alias name for pandas module pd dot data frame constructor name. Okay, so already it was told you that we must make use data frame constructor name always, which we should define d should be capped and f also should be in capital letter. Okay, and two parentheses. Then you can print that data frame, whichever variable object which we created for data frame, we just print that data frame. Then you can see output which will display columns empty, that is what simply which will display, and index which is also empty. It means altogether which we call it as data frame is an empty data frame, and a data frame which doesn't contain any information, simple example which you can see again, that is create a data frame from list. Create a data frame from list. The data frame can be created using single list or a list of list, nested list values, list within the list. Okay, so simple list values how can create, import again pandas module. Yes, and data, which you can take it as data equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, the list how it can represented. Then df equal to data frame object pd dot data frame of data frame of data. So print of df, okay, here use a parenthesis. The version which we use, we must specify the parenthesis, otherwise you will get an error, which you can see output as follows. Okay, default index number which takes place and data which we pass 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so that is how simple way, the way how you can make use your data frame. What is the data frame? Okay, and then what is 2D array and representation of 2D array with the diagram, table, and characteristics of data frame, and how you can create data frame, like syntax of data frame creation, and how many ways which you can pass the data to a data frame, how many ways which you can pass the data to a data frame, like dictionaries, list, ND arrays, series objects, and data frame. So multiple ways, and each the constructed data frame which you can make use, so that how you can make use that particular constructor, each parameter what does it contain exactly, and how you can create an empty data frame. Okay, so with one example country population which you have defined within the table. So how it is represented, like column names, country and population, and percentage of world percentage of that country population, and other side index label which we taken as two character code. Okay, so that is how examples which we saw. Now we'll proceed with the way how you can create data frame and the examples further data frame concept implementation. One by one we will see upcoming classes. Okay, so that is how introduction about data frame, introduction about data frame. So thank you, we'll continue with a next class.